Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Scorpio. If Scorpio is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so, Scorpio, our card tonight is the Ten of Cups, which has everything to do with, love, fulfillment, abundance, and really just being in that most prime place. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and see what these tea leaves have to say. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Also, if you want to hit the like button or leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. Okay. So, it looks like we almost have a really playful relationship here. This is one that's been through many different eras, it feels like. This could be romantic. This could be a friendship. It could be mother and daughter. We have... mother and child, I should say, right? We have a person standing here. It looks like maybe they're wearing a long dress or some kind of robe or something like this. Now we have a child here. We have a child behind, okay? So we also have what looks like, maybe even... another adult person over here. Maybe this is a family unit, and another child. So we have 3 children, right? Now, maybe it is that you've had 3 children or you grew up with 2 other siblings. But I do feel more than it being exactly literal, right? There is a feeling of family, of a lot of love being in the home, of laughing and being together, just a tight family unit. And now this might be that this is actually how it has been, how it was. Maybe it's how you want it to be. Maybe this is what you've always wanted, always hoped for. But I feel like there is really this focus on the family dynamic. And so I feel that, I don't know, maybe this is the greatest story, the greatest dream, the wish fulfilled. We have a heart with the arrow through it. So I almost feel like you do have a partner, or you will have a partner that is very much yours and you are very much theirs. And there is a firmness in that union. There is a sense of longevity, of being able to just really rely on one another, to trust in each other, which is a rare thing. Which is a very rare thing, especially in the world that we live in today, right? People have their personal lives even within their relationships, which is, we should. We absolutely should. We should have privacy and, the room to live our own lives. But, there's also, I think, because of the internet, right? There's a lot of access to the world, the ability to connect with people, and also really an unknowing, of what are our partners doing? What are they doing on the internet? Who are they talking to? What are they looking at? You know, and I think this is an issue a lot of people face, even if it is one that has not been realized. There's still the underlying worry, you know. And I don't think that that is an uncommon thing to worry about. I think a lot of people do. You've talked to your friends, you've talked to your family. You know that there are people within your life that have gone through things, you know, and I think that gone through infidelities or right, the worry of. And so for you, you know, I feel like you have found this person to have a life with, and I keep thinking like, yes, this is already actualized, but it could also be something that you are really hoping to manifest. But I feel that it's not so much that you worry about the infidelity or you know, them having like a whole secret life or family or, you know, anything like this. But I think it's just the want to be with somebody that you can just trust. And there's an ease to that. That their words match their behaviors and their behaviors match their words. And I think that this is a person that, yeah, you can be with and be that close, heart to heart. And I feel like with the children here, it might be, that these are actual children that you have or will have. But I think it's also so much about being able to create something with somebody. To create something of meaning. Something that is, important to you. Something that makes sense to you. That you can really put all of yourself into. And so I think this is a great blessing. No, I know that it is a great blessing. Not a lot of people finding their way to this kind of dynamic. All right, let's see. We're going to turn it a little bit. And so, it does look like we have a dragon, okay, right here. And we have a person sitting on top of it. And I love to see the dragon, and I love to see somebody sitting on top of it. I also see another dragon with another person up here. And we are in the year of the dragon. So this tells me that there's good fortune within this later part of the year for you. That there will be some kind of payoff coming, right? Is it monetary? Maybe. Is it resources? Possibly. New work? Some kind of raise? Whatever it is, I feel that you're really mastering the last part of this year, harnessing the energy so that you can kind of really start to move up the rungs of that spiritual ladder. If you could think of Jacob's ladder, right? And if you don't know, go look it up. Right? And so reaching from the ground, the Malkuthian consensus reality, material world, our waking life, all the way up to those beautiful clouds into the heavens, into the higher plane. I see you aligning the physical things, the household, the career, the relationships, and that feeding into your spiritual evolution. And this year I feel it will end up being a most fortunate one. Even if you've had a tough beginning of the year, maybe it's been, you know, one failure after another, one, you know, devastation, or you know, just like things not going the right way, just little snafus, you know, and maybe some good and maybe some bad, and you know how life is. But I do feel the second half of the year, well, we're past the second half, aren't we? We're well into it. But this last piece of the year, okay? And especially if we're going by that lunar calendar, which is what the year of the dragon will be. I think it goes into February this year. But yes, it will be a good time for you. Absolutely. Now we have here the Doma. So this is the house for me. Not only the house, but the temple. And I see you in this beautiful place of family, of really making some headway on your goals, on your, you know, that star energy. The household seems very solid. There even seems to be a belovedness there. An urge to be at home more often, and really I think focus on creating an environment that you really love. And so this might be that you're redecorating, reorganizing, moving the furniture around, you know, whatever it is, creating a place that feels new, fresh. Okay. And I think that this lends itself to your inspiration, right? The inspirations begin to kind of, if you could imagine a spring, water coming out of the ground, right? They start to well up and start to pour, you know, abundantly. Okay. And it does. It feels like a home that is golden. It feels like it has an aura that is inviting and that is somewhat blissful and at ease. And I feel you just really sinking into that, soaking it all up. And yeah, and I think it recharges your battery. Because I get the vibe that you have been kind of, you know, maybe feeling a little bit run down, maybe a little bit just depleted from the busyness of your life. And in this next period of time, I feel that you will get some of that rest and relaxation, while also, you know, really beginning to thrive in those places that are important to you, in the work, in the career, and so on. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to do 3 cards from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. And I want to see kind of, where are we? What is going to be the tipping point here where we get into this most, you know, abundant, beloved place? Because I feel like maybe you have not arrived there in the mental yet, but you will. You will. And it likely will be something that really makes you recognize, yeah, this is pretty dang good. Escape. All right. Escaping that wheel of Dharma. That's what I thought of first. Friendship. Yes. Resistance. Okay. So I feel like where there has been maybe some I don't know, question, right? About some aspect of your life. Like, do I like this? Is this what I really want? Is this where I belong? Is this the thing for me? I maybe didn't envision this for myself, or, you know, whatever it is. Or maybe I did. Maybe it's the thing that I thought I really wanted. And I worked so hard to get there. And I worked so hard to maintain it. And yet I am here and I don't know. I don't know. And there is an urge, you know, to escape. And I think that's what it is. There's this sneaking thing. Maybe I just pack my bags and I go. I leave under the cover of night, right? But I don't know that that's realistic for you. I don't know that's what you really want. I feel like this is maybe a place that you go when you feel overwhelmed, or you're feeling depleted, you're feeling tired, you don't know, how can I continue to do all of this? I don't know. But I think through the actual friendship of your family dynamic, maybe with your spouse, your partner, and maybe it is that you have a good friendship that is closely involved with your family life. But I think through that unity, through that actually really liking one another, wanting to be around each other, enjoying the times that you have, playing games and talking and laughing and everybody eating together, and it reminds you. And it brings you into that place. It brings you into that, wow, I've really got something special here. You know? But there's still a resistance. And I think it's part of a coping mechanism, likely. You might be somebody that, you know, on the days that everything is supposed to be so happy, right? You put together a party and work so hard to get it to that, you know, to that perfect point that I know you Scorpios, you know, strive for, perfection. And everything goes as planned and you're in it, and yet you think, I can't fully open myself to this, or I don't feel what I thought I should feel. And there's a resistance to being in the now. There's a resistance to that opening of the heart. I think so often we are our ultimate, you know, I don't know, disturbance, right? Or disturber. We are the one that stands in our own dang way a lot of the time, aren't we? And I don't know what it is. Sometimes I think it's like we think maybe we don't deserve all of this. Or maybe we think, hey, I deserve more. This is good, but is it good enough? Or maybe it's just so outside of the realm of your experience that it feels almost kind of uncanny to go from a life maybe that was kind of chaotic. Maybe there was a lack of love in the home growing up. Or just a lot of chaos and dramas and, you know, whatever. And you work diligently to walk away from that kind of living, and you get to a place where you have something that you've envisioned, you know, this perfect family in your own mind's eye, and it seems so alien to you. And you're trying to get used to it, to understand, you know, maybe things don't have to be so turbulent, so volatile. Maybe people can coexist in peace and really just enjoy each other, you know, and work together. But it's hard. It's hard to let go of some of those old modes of thinking, that old coding that, you know, our brain is just riddled by. So, you know, it sounds depressing a little bit, but you're here. And you're here for a reason, and we're talking about this, and there's a friendship. There's a kindredness. There's always a way. There's always a way. Okay, let's see. Let's look and check out this plate here. We have a horse. Well, it looks kind of like maybe a little donkey, actually. And it looks like it's in a posture of fun, excitement. Now, we have a person here with, it looks like a butterfly, holding a butterfly. And we have another butterfly. What really stands out to me here is a sense of, well, letting loose a little bit. Maybe not taking things so seriously, which I know. I'm saying that and I'm absolutely thinking, ugh. Who gives that advice? Just don't take it so seriously. Yeah, but there are times where we just have to kind of force ourselves to let go. Even just for a few hours, for a day. You know, all of the stress, all of the worry, all of the questioning ourselves, and just enjoying the moment. Doing something special for yourself, going somewhere where you can't be sad, right? Where you can't be worried. But being in that moment of just being, right? Laughing, dancing, going for a swim, seeing something so very beautiful, looking at paintings. That's one of my places that I find myself transported, is going and looking at art, just looking at it, losing myself in it for a little while. And I feel as you come to this place of so much. I mean, it just feels like a golden place, walking into a golden room. There's this real kind of moment of clarity of, look at what I've done. Look at how much I've accomplished. And I think you owe that to yourself. You owe yourself that conversation, that recognition. Now we also have the letter C, a large C. So I wonder if there's a C name. A C, well, it could be, you know, an important word that starts with C. But I think a C name somewhere lingering. This is the wrong deck. Wrong deck. Here we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and flip through here. These are gratitude affirmation cards. I'm just going to pick one. It says, Royal Feast. I enjoy delicious food. Today I delight in every bite as if I am feasting at a royal table. I savor the flavors, the energy, and the pleasure from eating foods I love. Practice during your meals. try closing your eyes, focusing and enjoying every bite. Oh, this is the universe really playing with me right now. I'm fasting. So it just, yes, I can't wait. All right, so Scorpio, I'm going to go ahead and tell you I love you because I do. And I thank you so very much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you. I love you. Take care of yourself. We'll talk again real soon.